Greetings, everyone. Pastor David, December 26, 2011. I always try to be perfectly upfront and honest with my viewers, and I want my viewers to know exactly where I stand on certain issues. Before I begin, let me say any hateful comments, any Christians against Christians, any trolls, I will hit the block user button and I will delete your comment and I will remove you. That's not what this video is about. I think you need to know where each and every one of us, watchers, ministers, pastors, members of the clergy, where we stand on various important issues. So with that said, let me begin. I'm going to begin with pastors and members of the clergy. Do not follow man. I've always said that in all my videos. Do not hang on every word as law, though it came from a pastor, came from a priest, came from a minister. He's the head of the clergy. He's got to be right. No, we don't. We're only human. Don't follow and hang on every word a pastor tells you. Search the scriptures for yourself because we are not infallible and we are far from perfect. So don't hold on to any man. Don't hold on to what I tell you. Do your own homework. Search the scriptures because we are not without fault. Believe me, we are not above you. We are your equal. If we are a pastor or minister, we are your equal. Just because we're out on the front and center stage doesn't make us always right. That's not the case. Where do I stand on the rapture? And I don't want any hate, any conflict, any bad comments. That's not what this video is about. I just want you to know where I stand on certain issues. I believe in a pre-tribulation rapture. Where do I stand on the Sabbath day? The Sabbath, beyond a shadow of a doubt, is Saturday. It is Saturday. I don't think it is. I know it is. But do your own homework. Don't take my word for it. Research Constantine 300 AD, what happened in Rome and what the Catholic Church, how they followed along. Google, you got the world at your fingertips. I always say that to you, don't I? You got the world at your fingertips. Do your own research. Saturday is the Sabbath. Do we all follow it? No. No, we don't. It's almost impossible in this day and age. We are not, doesn't mean we're supposed to attend church on the Sabbath. Let me make that perfectly clear. It's a day of rest and not to cause another person to work, but yet we do. Yet we do. And none of us, including Pastor Dave, is without fault. If you go to the supermarket on Saturday, you're causing someone to do labor. But it's 2011. It's almost impossible to fully observe the Sabbath. We can try as hard as we can, and that's what we should do. And I think that's what our Heavenly Father expects us to do. Now, as far as when I hold my service on the Sabbath, it's not because I think no one should go to church on Sunday. That's not the case. I do it to draw attention to the day. And I'm being honest. So many Christians, so many pastors, you'd be surprised how many pastors, you think we know everything? They have no clue of who Constantine is. They don't know what happened in 300 something AD. They have no idea the Sabbath was changed. And so many Christians, and that's the reason I hold my service on Saturday, they are going, and not that it's wrong to go to church on Sunday, it is not, but they are going and observing Sunday as the Sabbath. Look around you in the world today. Nothing's open on Sunday. No one's working. We're observing Sunday as the Sabbath. The banks are closed. A lot of businesses are closed. No one is working on Sunday. And when it's Saturday, that is the actual Sabbath. So it's not that you shouldn't go to church on Sunday, you should. But recognize Saturday as the actual Sabbath day. Now, where do I stand on the law? And I think this is very important because I think a lot of people have misunderstood me. No, I do not think if your wife commits adultery, you should stone her to death in the street. What did Jesus do when they were about to stone the woman? Any of you that are without sin, you cast the first stone. They threw their stones away. I don't think we should be doing any burnt offerings. I can't even eat veal. I look at how they keep them confined in little cages. It's just terrible. I don't, when it comes to the law of circumcision, I think that should be your own decision as a parent. That's not the law I'm speaking of. When I say we should follow the law, I'm talking about the Ten Commandments, and I believe that. I fully believe that we are to not abolish the Ten Commandments. So when I'm speaking of the law, I'm speaking of the Ten Commandments, not stoning your wife if she commits adultery in the town square. Of course not. That's absurd. And burnt offerings. I just don't believe we need to follow that. I think when Jesus came, when Yeshua came, he did bring with him a new covenant. I don't think we need to sacrifice any animals or any children. Anything needs to be sacrificed now. Jesus paid the price, and he was the sacrificial lamb. But I do believe, as far as the law, we'll make it short. I believe we have to. My law, when I talk about keeping the law, I'm talking about keeping the Ten Commandments. How many Christians today even know or can recite all 10 commandments? Think about that. That's when I'm speaking of law. That's what I'm speaking of. I truly believe, pastors included, um, we call God God, and we call the Messiah Jesus. And I did a video on this. His name is Yahweh, Yahweh, and Jesus, the Messiah, is Yeshua, and I believe that. I know that to be fact. So I just want to show you where I stand on certain issues. Leave me comments. No bad comments. I don't want to have to hit the block user button. So now you know where Pastor Dave stands. Don't follow pastors. You think we know it all? Nah, we don't know it all. God bless everybody. Leave me comments.